Watch your church. On do 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 do. Do, 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 do. You hop up in this thing, let it swing. We're gonna rain. What you say?
Here directly from the bank. The Sonic Smasher. Free each back. Sports.
Yo, we got the peoples in the building. RB is in the building. What's going on? What's happening with y'all? All days off in the building. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? How y'all doing today? Love to hear all your verbal thoughts on that. Woo! Yeah, I was gonna do that last night, but nobody came through. So yeah, I'm look. Hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say, yo, Rich, what's going on? Bunnies don't lay eggs. Well, don't tell them that. You'll be exposing the business. um, I'm gonna say this because I kind of I stated this a little bit last night in a Sandman's chat. Um, that was a glorified TV special as a PLE. Let me say that again. That was a glorified TV special that they're calling a PLE. I knew the build was not good, you know. But still like hoping like, okay, you know, you get to the show and you know, they might put on a banger. It's WrestleMania, right? You figure it's WrestleMania. That's not what we got. Now there were some cool moments, some cool things that happened. Shout out to Jacob Fatu, Damu Fatu for bringing the United States Championship back. You know what I'm saying, to California. Love it, love it. You bring up the Tiffany Stratton. Oh my God, that man, yo! I don't know what everybody else was seeing, but that crowd was dead, 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 dead. It was kind of that match was a little botchy too. There was things that they weren't clean. They weren't it's almost like they didn't even work on the match beforehand because it was sloppy, you know. And it was almost like somewhere during the match, it seemed like Tiffany forgot what she was supposed to do, and then Charlotte was kind of going in this ego. It was a period in that match where Charlotte's ego kind of kicked in, and I'm like, oh God, this is why this match it sucks so bad because of the ego. Ego will kill a match fast, right? New Day, uh, that tag team title match, that match was dead too. That match was dead too, and I'm gonna get on New Day in a minute because I got some thoughts on them. I do, and they're not good. I'll just say that. Uh, Let's see. I mean, the only thing I'll say about last night that I did enjoy was that main event. And you remember I told y'all what book? Look, I know we all have our feelings about Bully Ray. You know what I'm saying? He's a big WWE mark. Right? He called it. He said exactly what was going to happen. So I want to give a shout out to Bully Bubba Ray for that. Because he did call it. And you remember, y'all, I put it up in Leo's chat. You know what I'm saying? Paul Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Paul Heyman turns on Punk, aligns with Seth. But the way that they did it made Roman think that Paul was really with him the whole time just to screw him over. Now, this is what we all have to remember, and the whole thing about this storyline, that now I hope Punk brings this up to now put salt in what's going on with Seth and Heyman now. We all know Paul Heyman's history. He will turn his back on you faster than a baby mama that loved you today and got you in court tomorrow. Paul Heyman, right? Paul Heyman had Brock Lesnar. The next big thing, Brock, here comes the pain. And what happened at Survivor Series 2002? He turned on Brock and sided with Heyman. And look at the interesting point in this matter. It was a chair that was involved. Because you remember, Paul Heyman slid the chair into Big Show. Big Show took the chair and smashed Brock, and then picked Brock up and chokeslammed him on the chair. 1, 2, 3, new chair. Right? Not even a month later. Well, it's probably about a month later, give or take a week. Big Show has a title defense against Kurt Angle. What happens? Paul Heyman sides with Kurt Angle and turns on Big Show. There we move forward. Paul Heyman is with Punk during his 434-day title run. Punk loses the title. He comes back. What did Paul Heyman do? He turned on Punk, right? For Curtis Axel and Ryback? Yes, people, let's not forget Ryback was a Paul Heyman guy. So it is not out the realm of Paul Heyman turning his back on his wrestlers. Now, hopefully, Punk will bring this up on Monday and kind of put seeds of doubt already, just get it jumped off. Like, okay, you helped me. Yeah, okay, well, I got to keep my eye on you. You know what I'm saying? Somehow they got to play into that. But as far as night one goes, that was the best thing that, yeah. Naomi and Jay. Paul, Triple H. That's how you do the sisters? That's how you do the sisters? That match was bumped too. And then you have Jay win. Why would you have Jade win? That makes no sense storyline-wise. You have Naomi, and Triple H is supposed to be this traditionalist when it comes to professional wrestling. That's like, that would be like Barry Windham turning heel on Lex Luger just to lose in the tournament for the United States title. No, once you turn heel on the face, you're not supposed to lose until you're supposed to let the heel get the first win, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, have a series. Have the face come back, get the second win, and then, you know what I'm saying? No, you're just going to have Jay just, after already having Jay beat up Naomi like 3 weeks in a row. Like, what, like, and I thought about, I'm looking at the card, I'm like, okay, we got some Samoans, we got some black folks. I'm like, okay, all right. All right, see, all right, you know, but so disappointed. Now, as far as I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a second. Now, as far as Jay and Gunther goes, congratulations to Jay, my San Francisco comrade. Yeet. You know what I'm saying, on becoming the world heavyweight champion. You are part of a legacy that's even greater than WWE. And I'm gonna touch on that in a second. Right? Because Michael Cole actually touched on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Cole caught himself when he said that, but I caught it. I want to see if y'all caught it too. So the match was cool, but I'm gonna say this, because I noticed something about the match, especially when Jay started laughing. They did the Brock Lesnar Roman match from what was it? From the heights of the century. That was Lesnar and Roman all over again, except Gunther is playing the role of Lesnar. Jay is playing the role of Roman, minus the blood. He's sitting there getting chopped, laughing, laughing. You remember when Brock kept beating down on Roman and Roman kept laughing at his ass? Right? So that's basically what that match was. You know, that's basically what that match was. Let me see. Oh yeah. So after Jay won, so Michael Cole said something very interesting at the end of that match. He said Jey Uso has won the most coveted belt. He didn't say he just said the most coveted belt. But I thought the WWE title was the most coveted belt, since WCW doesn't exist anymore. Oh, so you're acknowledging the lineage of the World Heavyweight title is longer than the even with the span of not having the World Heavyweight title around for all those years. It still doesn't. It still puts them above the WWE title. Because remember, the NWA started in 1905. The WWE didn't start until like the 50s. So you had a whole 50-year gap between, you know what I'm saying, both companies. Okay, let me see your comments. It did suck. I went back and forth. I went back and watched Mania uninterrupted. I finally gave it a 4. But now I give it a 6. Still not great, right? Katie is in the building. How you doing, Katie? Saturday night's made you feel it was Saturday too. Well, I'll tell you, y'all curse, what's going on? Every time I hear someone tell me what holiday it is, I want to scream back. Oh, yeah, man. I love when you fly through. You be coming with them quotes. So, yeah. I gave it a 6 because of El Grande and Phoenix cooked when I could concentrate. Yeah, now I'm gonna give an unpopular opinion about that. Actually. I'm gonna give an unpopular opinion about that. Because I was like, Ray Phoenix, where the hell is the other Ray? Oh, that's right. He got hurt. Okay. So why didn't they just put in Dragon Lee? Ray Phoenix has only been there for 3 weeks. Why is he replacing? Why wasn't that match given to Dragon Lee? But you see, I know why they did that. See, and this is where it's bothering me about Penta and Ray being there. Now, Penta and Ray obviously want to be there. So I'm not, but them being there and the reasoning why Nick Khan signed them is 2 different situations. You put Ray Phoenix after only being in the company 3 weeks, you give him a WrestleMania match to replace the other Ray, just to throw it up in Tony Khan's face. Well, let me tell all the WWE marks, let me tell Nick Khan and Triple H and all you smart motherfuckers out there that think you know what you're talking about. You put Ray Phoenix to replace Rey Mysterio on WWE's biggest show with only 61,000 fans. Now, trip on this. Ray Phoenix wrestled in front of 100,000 people, and y'all only gave him 61. The Reliant Stadium holds over 70,000 people, even with the stage. No, we got to have the big. Okay. So that's how you gave him? By giving him less of an audience than what he had when he was in AEW on the biggest show? Come on. Come on. Muhammad in the building. What's going on? Jade is mid. She just looks great. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really seen too much. Now, I will say that power bomb she did where she picked Naomi up and then threw her up and turned her around and then I like that. I like that. Tiff was Eminem her way through the damn promo on SmackDown with the kill shot. Right? Go back and watch Jay back. Sounds like she was worse. She regressed in WWE. That's an interesting point. All days you bring up an interesting point. Because I've actually went back and watched some old AEW shows and pay-per-views. Jay looked a lot better in AEW. I'm sorry. She looked a lot better in AEW. He don't need him, but I like the story. Yo, Paul Heyman will turn faster than Mankind will allow himself to get off the cage. Oh, Paul Heyman needs to put a faction around Seth Rollins. That point, I can see what Triple H is cooking up. Seth is going to help Cena win, and Paul and Seth will be the full-time representative for Cena and Rock for Seth. Ah, yeah, and you know what? It's funny you say that. All days off, because I was thinking last night when Paul with Seth. Jay Uso's not gonna have a long title run. They better not do that, dude. But they're gonna. But you know what I'm saying? Cena wins tonight. They're gonna want to hurry up and put the belt on a Seth, which I'm gonna hate. They do. That's been missing for a minute too. It would be cool if Axiom joined Silson. Ooh. But I like that. Paul Heyman put Big Show and Kurt Angle together. Yeah. After he screwed him. That was the funny part. He screws him, and then he puts them together. She should have won. That's what I'm saying. It made no sense for her to lose. And then once again, Naomi, this is why you went back to WWE. You should have stayed in TNA. Yeah, him and Seth need to debut a new Evolution stable on Raw after Mania. Yep. Yep, just like that. And I hope they give Seth some new music. You know what I'm saying? Him with Paul and that music, it don't go together. Well, I think about the Hall of Fame, it was good until Triple H got there and kept talking and talking and talking and talking. I think he's still talking. I ain't see it. I really think Triple H and Shawn Michaels be cucking each other. I don't give a damn how close of a friend. I ain't kissing no other man on no damn lips. You're my best friend. What the hell? Okay. So, yo, they beating the living dog. Yeah, I got that game on too. Nah, he did. And they do, but I don't think WWE is going. They can't get out of their way when it comes to those type of situations. Like, we got to do it. Oh yeah, the Judgment Day Invitational, and did it with like you know what I'm saying. We do this all the time. Yeah, I'm just like, y'all is wild for that. Y'all really sat out there and just, or it's just like. But we have to remember though, these are the same two guys that flashed their ass on Monday Night Raw together. You know, sitting there talking about each other's, body parts. So I'm hoping night 2 is better. Because I've already been seeing people like, yeah, night one was good, man. Night 1 was great. And I'm like I'm gonna be honest. Night 1, I thought Dynasty was better than night 1. You know, and see, when WWE be putting these type of shows on and it doesn't come off as good, these crazy fans will still be like, WWE is the greatest. You know, but I'm gonna tell you what though, I'm gonna be paying attention. I want to see what AEW draws for All In. If they just draw 65,000, that's still better than WrestleMania. But the IWC and all the smart analysts and busted open folks and all that, like, well, they drew a 1,005. That's 2 nights. One night, both night, like all they gotta do is just draw 65,000. That's it. Sean said he said it's sold out. No, that was not a sold out arena. That stage was just the stage was cool. Don't get me wrong, the stage was cool. I like the stage. But it was just way too big. You know? That man. Shit. Oh man. That would be funny. RV, what's going on? Salute. It did. I agree. AEW officially does pay-per-views better. It's been like this for a while, but it's official now. It just shouldn't be $50. Thanks. Facts. AEW, even AEW's bad pay-per-views is still better than what they put on last night. See, WWE needs to stop trying to make Tiffany Stratton hip. She got hips, but Tiff. Oh shit. And they trying too. She trying too. You know. That match was so damn sloppy. I'm gonna attack your knee. Attack my knee. I'm gonna attack your knee. Yeah, I think we might need the Jeopardy music for that one. See, what would be what is nothing? No, they really had 2 entrances involving cars driving up to the stage. Now, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Didn't Mercedes just do a car entrance at Dynasty? Just saying. Oh yeah. I love that spot right there. Yup. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? But I do want to address something that happened yesterday too. And I want to say this directed to the people involved with AAA that decided to sell their company to WWE. Are you stupid? Or are you just dumb? Are you slow? Or are you remedial? Do you realize that the only thing they're going to do with your company is just show the library? They're not going to do nothing. AAA, as we know, is dead. Oh, well, let's use one of the old school OG AAA wrestlers to come in and help one of the luchadors up after their match. Horrible. That means their big show, what they be doing the Triple Mania, right? That's gone. The fans of Mexico are going to be pissed off. They don't know what they did, but what? Mhm. Yeah, AAA is Conan's people. I want to say Conan was like the president or something. He don't. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been watching AAA for about 25 years now. Good stuff. Good stuff. You'll definitely enjoy it. Um, but it's just. But we all see what WWE is doing, and this is something else that I thought about the other day. With WWE trying to spread themselves around like a cheap whore, has anybody thought about that at some point WWE could be spreading themselves too thin where they just overly saturate? But think about this though. Don't you think it's quite interesting that and funny that they would announce this after AEW announces Grand Slam Mexico with CMLL, who has beef and been having a beef for a very long time with AAA? Yeah. It's almost like they're trying to force people to watch WWE. And when you try to force people to want to watch your product, eventually that's going to take a hit. It's going to be some backlash, you know. And I think Tony Khan knows this. I think this is why he's been like doing this slow build, going up to All In. I think once we get to All In, I think AEW is about to start kicking ass yet again, the way that they did before. And I think at All In, I think Tony Khan got something huge planned for All In. I think somebody's going to show up at All In. And Tati, I know we're full. We're full, Tati. I know. But I think Tony is about to do something huge. You know, I don't know what. I don't know who. All I know is after last night, something hit me and just told me All In Texas is about to cook. Did you see the pics of all the wrestlers dozing off at the? Yep. Tired. No, yeah, no, and they have. But I'm saying they're gonna go to a whole nother level. They're gonna do something that's gonna have not just the wrestling world, but it's gonna have everybody in all these other demographics. Like, yo, did you just see? Yo, this AEW. I've heard about AEW. I've seen it a couple times. But yo, did you hear what happened though? Yo, we got you know what I'm saying? And look, and look, this is what I think Tony should do. He's a nostalgia guy, right? Bring back the Nitro parties. Just call them Dynamite parties. Show the fans who love AEW. Highlight that. You know what I'm saying? Highlight that. You know, give out special prizes, and you know what I'm saying? I would start doing that after after All In. Like I probably say I start doing that like around Wrestle Dream, between Wrestle Dream and Full Gear. And then start that, you know what I'm saying? And then the best, and then like have fans vote on the best Dynamite party, and the one who gets the most votes, they win tickets to All In next year. Night two, you mean? Oh, wait, hold on. Your RB, Jay Millie, 1 through 10. What's y'all pre-hype expectations for night one? And let's see if you're right. Okay. Oh, night two. My expectations. See, 6.5 with Orton's opponent, Becky Rock, showing up, extremely pumping the Damien. Let's see. My expectations. My expectations is night two is going to be better than night one. I think the matches are going to be better. except for the main event. I think they're going to gimmick the main event up because Cena's style and Cody's style, I don't know how that shit's going to mesh. I don't. Not unless they booked it to where Cena is Super Cena and starts ragdolling Cody around. Just don't slow build it. Don't give it that Roman slow build. Which I have a feeling they're going to do. I can see it, but I have a feeling we're going to get Becky after Mania. So, as a matter of fact, all days off. I think we're going to get AJ Lee and Becky after WrestleMania. Somewhere along the lines, Becky's going to come in. There's going to be some verbiage about AJ Lee to the point where AJ Lee is going to be forced to come back. Yeah, that's true. You be on point. See, remember WrestleMania 15 when China turned on Kane and rejoined Triple H and DX to a babyface pop? Then later on, China joined the corporation. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. AJ Lee versus Becky would cook and tie in with the fuck. Exactly. Because us wanting AJ Lee is not going away. It's not going away. You know, I was hoping Punk would have still been in AEW right now, and we could have got AJ Lee in AEW. Ooh, AJ Lee versus Mercedes. Ooh, that match would cook. Oh, God, that match would cook. Yeah, because, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it only makes sense. Oh, God. Yep. There it goes right there. That's what I was thinking of. When I first thought about AJ Lee coming back, and of course when Becky coming back and all that, I was thinking SummerSlam. Or if they don't go that route, they can go Seth and Punk, Hell in a Cell, and then do AJ Lee and Becky in the singles. But somewhere, where does Roman fit in? That's going to be the key. What happens with Roman right now? Do they, because you can't go away from Punk and Seth You can't do that. So what do you do with Roman? You know, I was thinking maybe for a short time, because Paul screwed both of them, Punk and Roman might, you know, link up. You know, because if we go along with the Seth joining Cena, then you can have now you can have Punk and Cena. You could run Roman and Cena back. You could have a tag team match, Roman and Punk versus Seth and Cena. Who could Cena defend the WWE title against this year besides Cody? And Roman should feud with Jey Uso at SummerSlam for the title, a rematch from 2 years ago. That's a good question. You know what? Just based off of what you brought up and what I just said, they might do a little bit of both. So what they could do is okay, so if Seth, and this is kind of going into what I was saying, if you got Seth and Cena siding with each other, if they don't have Seth go after Jey for the world title, you could do Roman and Cena for the title, and you could run that back again at SummerSlam. Because I think what they're going to do, I think they're going to put Jacob on Jey. I think they're going to put Jacob on Jey. Because remember, they had a little back and forth, but they never went back to that. They still got to go back to Jey and Jacob. So it might be, that's only if they give Jey a title run until SummerSlam. Yeah, I know. I think we all see that coming. Just based off of what has happened over the last, few weeks, basically ever since Solo lost to Ulufala. It's been some underlying heat between the two. Well, at some point this year, they're going to have Jacob in the world title picture. Because they definitely got to build. They got to build Solo up. They booked Solo so horribly. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what we got in NXT, on the main roster, they booked Jacob horribly. They started off good. You know what I'm saying? Even had him beat Cena. But he just lost and kept losing. Is Damian Priest still a main eventer? I say yes. The problem is How do you get him back there? That's the question. How do you get him back there? I don't think it's dead yet. I think there's still something there. A lot of that's going to be based off of what happens tonight. I just don't want them to give him some throwaway title match just to, you know what I'm saying, just until they get into the title match, you know, for the next big show. Solo should riot. He created a whole faction and carried SmackDown a whole calendar year, but couldn't even have a match at Mania. Solo hasn't ever had a match at it. Wild, ain't it? I don't know how someone bring back Bad Bunny to give the popularity rub to Damian, especially as his manager at SummerSlam versus Cena or World Champs. Yeah. You know, those are the things. I'm about to throw old school a saying out there to y'all. Those are the things that make you go, I don't know either. I have no idea. You know, WWE has gotten to the point to where they're just lazy booking that. You know. Yeah. Hey, you remember the song? Things that make you go, Things that make you go, Oh, shit. Well, like new main event versus your problem. I think both. I think Penta and Braun, I see them battling it out for the World Heavyweight title at some point. Speaking of Braun, did y'all see him do the Steiner math? Did you see him do the Steiner math at the kickoff on Friday? Oh man, that shit was so funny. I was cracking the fuck up. That shit had me on my neck. And he was impersonating his uncle too while he was doing it. Oh man. Yeah, I saw the kickoff. I even watched the Slammies on YouTube an hour ago. Oh, they had the Slammies? Oh shit. I didn't know they was having the Slammies. Man, they done fucked the Slammies up. Man, I remember being a kid and growing up in the Bay Area, you know, they would have WWF on Channel 2. And they had the Slam It, man, 1987. First Slammies I watched. My favorite Slammies. You know, and then when they brought it back and they had it the night before WrestleMania, you know, I'm like, okay, you know. But ever since then, they had the Slammies on Monday Night Raw, and you know what I'm saying? They got it mixed in between. I'm just like, man, make it his own separate event. He did. That's what made it so funny. It was an extra kick of him impersonating his uncle while he was doing it it was just perfect. Yeah, the Slammies was on. It was decent. A lot of comedy shit with the lower mid card guys like R-Truth, A-Town Down Under, Big E. None of the stars was there. Yeah, I'd see that. Yeah. Yeah, they done watered down the Slammies. And all the award winners were predictable. Tristan fell off. See, yeah. Yeah, they could do without it if they're gonna do it that way. Someone said Braun stole all of Brock Steve's on the kick out. Black cowboy hat. Brock can't hear no more. I'm the new Brock. Call me Braun. Yeah, I seen that. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't even think about that too. He was very Lesnar-esque. Brock Breaker. That's his new name, Brock Breaker. Well, okay, y'all. I'm up out of here. I guess I will see y'all. I don't know. I might do night 2. I'm still deciding on that. But if I don't, I will swing over by the Sandmans. I will see y'all over there. So until then, enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. And like always, we're gonna keep it cracking. We're gonna stay militant and we about this bitch. Peace.